Welcome back, everybody, to the Quick Fit Formula. I'm Tony DiLorenzo, and today I'm excited to bring you Sean Croxton, the founder of undergroundwellness.com. Sean is a wealth of information when it comes to wellness, and he has his BS in kinesiology from San Diego State University, a certified personal trainer, a functional diagnostic nutritionist, a certified metabolic typing advisor, and he is currently enrolled in the Functional Medicine University program. There is so much information here about getting well, your entire body getting well, not just honing in on exercise or fitness or your diet or your mind, but an overall approach. And Sean has so much great information that I know you're going to get a lot out of this show. So without further ado, let's join Sean. Welcome, Sean, to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Tony. Excuse me.
I'm glad to have you here this morning.
Likewise. Good to be here, man. First thing in the morning on a Monday. Let's do this.
All right. Our Chargers won.
Yes, they did win. It was a real butt kicking yesterday. I don't understand how they can lose to the Raiders and then the next week beat the Chiefs, but hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yep. And it's good for us, so we were happy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get this thing started. For those out there who don't know who Sean is, who don't know who Underground Wellness is, who is it? What
Underground
is it?
Wellness. Was that a question? Was that a question?
Yeah.
Oh, Underground Wellness is it's thinking outside of the box when it comes to health and wellness and even fitness. There's just there's so many people in the box, like diet and exercise, diet and exercise, diet and exercise, and that seems just to be what we come back to, and it just continues to be repackaged over and over and over again. But if you look at the results of the box, it doesn't seem to be working too well. And so, in my efforts over the last 5 to 10 years, whatever it may be, it's just to kind of look at what else is going on. What are those other pieces of the puzzle that we're missing? And so just kind of developed this whole underground wellness thing, and it seems to be going pretty well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the basis of an underground wellness? I know you have 5 pillars of health that you love to talk about. Can you start diving into that a little bit?
Right. Of course, there's the excuse me, still getting over a cold. The health guy was sick. But yeah, there's diet, of course, which is incredibly important. And I mean, people really need to work on their diets. A lot of folks out there think that they're eating well, but at the same time, when you really look at it, they're not eating so well. Tons of grains and whatnot. I gotta have my whole grains, whoa, whoa. But at the same time, they're not feeling too well because of them, and it's keeping them from getting to where they want to go. And so that's one really big part is the diet, and diet can be different for different people. Second thing, of course, would be hormones. Your hormones are what kind of tell your cells what to do. It's a big communication hub in the body, and so if those aren't working properly and the cells aren't being given the proper messages, then you're going to have some issues. There's the example I like to use all the time is, if you're a man and you've got sky-high estrogen and low testosterone, I think regardless of what diet you do and regardless of what exercise program you do, you're probably not going to get the results that you want. And actually, if you exercise too much, it can make things a little bit worse. Digestion is huge. About 90% of my clients have digestive issues. It's just like, they don't want to talk about it. They've been having these issues for 25 years and never spoke up about it. And then they get to me and, they've got some serious issues. And you could have the greatest diet in the history of the world, but if you're not digesting your food properly, it's kind of all for naught. Let's see, what else is there? Detoxification is incredibly important, and that's kind of linked in with the digestive part. If you got leaky gut syndrome and whatnot, and you got a lot of bad stuff in the gut, making toxins and all this other bad stuff, then, stuff's going to slip through that intestinal barrier, get into the bloodstream. It's going to have to be filtered by the liver. So it becomes an issue there. You got your thyroid, gets it gets activated, the thyroid hormone, the inactive thyroid hormone gets activated within the liver. And if the liver is all jacked up, then you're going to have some thyroid issues. It's going to look like thyroid issues. Maybe we can talk about that later. The immune system, which kind of goes along as well with the digestive system, because about 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut. And so, those would be the primary things. Of course, there's exercise as well, but, exercise, I think, I don't want to say it's overstated, but I would say that it's the least of people's worries. You know what I'm saying? For most people out there, they're doing way too much, and they're spending too much time in the gym and going twice and being on the treadmill for an hour. And like I said, for a lot of folks, it can make them worse.
Yeah, because they're basically breaking down their body.
Yeah, seriously. Well, the thing is, like Paul Chek says, you know, exercise, you know, it means to take out. And most people who are in the gym running, taking energy out of their body, but at the same time, they're putting absolutely nothing in. And that's a big issue for people. They're saying, I'm going to eat 750 calories today, but I'm going to go burn 1,000 calories on the treadmill. It's probably not a good idea. You know what I mean? It might work for you in the short term, but in the long term, you're just going to kind of keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's a trip. It's a trip how it works.
You're right.